Hi gems, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sapphire Love. How are you guys finding yourselves? So today's video is going to be a visual lesson. So I want to talk about transformation, mindset shift, self-concept, turning pain into power. And we're going to use an incredible iconic house of fashion, Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel is an incredible example of someone that turned their pain into power. She wasn't always so glamorous. She was actually born into poverty and she used what she had to transmute it into her legacy. Before I get into the video, I just wanted to thank Ana Luisa for sending me over these beautiful pieces. They sent me over this heart necklace, guys, and it's so cute. They also sent me over this mood ring, and look at this color. It's so pretty. I love wearing this, and it's just very eye-catching with my nails as well. Also, do you girls like my nails? I got my nails done red. I got red because I wanted to enter the New Year's with a bang. And I like to use the mood ring, sometimes just to catch my mood. I think it goes by your temperature, so it's not 100% accurate, but it's still fun to have, right? All their packaging is organic as well, which is amazing for the environment. We want to support that. So guys, make sure to check out Ana Louise. They just had their Christmas collection, so there should be a few pieces still on sale. So once again, thank you, Anne Louise, for sending me the beautiful mood ring and the heart necklace. Before we go into the video, I want you guys to get a pen and paper. For all of my videos, I hope you are getting a pen and paper. I don't just make these videos for you to just watch. I make these videos for you to also learn as well. And when you write things down, it helps you take it more into your mind, into the subconscious. So please make sure to take out a pen and paper because there's a lot of notes that you should be taking from Coco Chanel. And I had to dress up in this Coco Chanel inspired top. And before I go into the video, I just wanted to say hi to all the new subscribers. Thank you for showing so much love on the last video. If you didn't know, I'm a coach, I'm a life coach, and I'm also a content creator and an author as well. Okay, so now that we have everything outside of the way, make sure to hit the like button and also make sure to comment down below your favorite part of the video because I always love reading your comments. Even if I don't reply, trust me, I am reading them. And if you're still watching this and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? I'm here every single Monday giving tips, lessons, and advice on everything spiritual, mental, and physical glow up. Okay, so let's break down how Coco Chanel turned her pain into power and the lessons that we can take from her journey. Coco's story started in a small town in France. She was born into poverty, and at 13 years old, her mom passed away and her dad left. And she ended up in an orphanage run by nuns. Life there wasn't pretty. It was strict and cold. The nuns were stricter than prison guards. But Coco had to make a decision. Was she gonna be a victim or was she gonna take control of her life? So instead of letting it crush her, Coco learned how to sew, a skill that would change everything for her. And just like you guys watching this back, you guys may have been born into unfavorable circumstances. You guys may have been born into poverty yourself. You guys may have been born with unsupportive parents. Maybe you were born in an orphanage. Maybe your parents passed away when you were younger as well. But you decided to take control of your life. You decided to rise from the ashes just like a phoenix. You decided to be the hero of your life. You are a phoenix. You rose from the ashes. You decided to use alchemy. You decided to use what you had and turn it into a positive thing, just like Coco Chanel, who was born Gabrielle, but we'll get into that later. So Coco learned how to sew. When she left the orphanage, success did not come to Gabrielle, Coco, right away. She worked as a seamstress during the day and sang in a cabaret at night, which would be the equivalent to singing at a nightclub. A lot of you guys watching this back can relate to this. Maybe currently you're working a day job and you're working another job just to make your dreams come true. So that's actually how she got the name Coco. So those nights did not make her famous, but they connected her to the right people because Coco was also really good at networking with people. She was great at making friends and she was great at getting close to men, that affluent men that had money, men that would be able to take care of her, which is another aspect of alchemy. She was born into poverty, but she would use these men, talk to these men so they could help her invest into her business. She knew that she wanted to live a rich life, and she did not really care about what she had to do to get there. Now, a lot of people may not necessarily agree with this, but over here, we know that everything is not light. Law 2 of my book, How to Be a Bitch, 50 Laws for Mastering Power, is embrace your dark side for a reason. There's certain parts in life where you need to embrace your dark side. Don't listen to society where they say, oh, a woman has to be agreeable, a woman has to be pleasant, a woman has to be... Sometimes you do need to tap into your dark side. That's why they don't tell you. That's what people don't tell you. They're not going to tell you to tap into your dark side, to pull yourself out from the darkness. They're not going to tell you to use that same darkness, okay, that consumed you. Use that same darkness that you were born into. Use that same darkness that lives in you to get yourself out of whatever hell that you're in right now. They will not tell you that. But I'm here to tell you that. A lot of you guys, you're not where you want to be because you don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to tap into your darkness. We all have a dark side. Law 8, know thyself. Law 8 of my book is know thyself for a reason. I want you to know what your dark side is and embrace it, because Coco Chanel embraced her dark side. Coco Chanel knew she was good with her words. So what did she do? She went to network and she went to talk to affluent men, and it worked out for her. Growing up, people had a lot to say about me too. Oh, you don't have to observe everything. Not everything is observant. Now here I am observing, breaking things down to help women and men in their transformation journey, in transmuting their pain into power, in spotting friendship dynamics. I'll actually read a little part of my book, How to Be a Bitch, 50 Laws for Mastering Power, which is available as an ebook on my website, or you can get the paperback on Amazon.com. All the links are down below. Law 2, embrace your dark side. Not everything about you needs to be love and light. Stop hiding the parts of yourself that others may find too much. Your dark side, your ambition, assertiveness, your ability to hold grudges and say no, is a source of power. Society wants women to be nice, soft, and agreeable. But nice girls get overlooked, and agreeable women get ignored. It's time to embrace your dark side, because that's where your strength lives. It's the side of you that's unapologetic, fiercely protective, and refuses to settle. Loving the light in you is easy, but true power lies in loving your shadow just as much. And then let me read you the educational insight part of Law 2. Psychologically, the concept of the shadow is essential in Carl Jung's work. The shadow represents the aspect of ourselves. The shadow represents the aspect of ourselves we typically hide or deny due to social conditioning. Jung emphasized that to become whole, we must embrace our shadow, which grants us a greater sense of confidence, self-awareness, and resilience. When you accept your darker traits, you stop fearing them, and instead you gain the power to use them as tools rather than weaknesses. Suppressing these parts only creates internal conflict, while embracing them unlocks your full potential. And that's just a little part of my book. There's so much information in my book, guys. Back to Coco. So Coco was still working nights as a cabaret singer. She would be trying her best to connect with people to help her fulfill her dream. So fast forward some time, and with some financial help from her boyfriend, Boy Kapal, she opened her first shop selling hats. That small start is what launched her career. She wasn't handed anything. She saw opportunities and went after them with everything she had. Self-concept and mindset shift. Coco was all about redefining herself. At a time when women were expected to stay in the background, she decided to stand out. She wasn't just designing clothes. She was creating a whole trend, a whole new way of being for women. At the time, Coco noticed there was only male designers designing clothes for women. And the clothes were not comfortable, they were very long, they weren't freeing. So Coco decided, let me make clothes for women. She made shorter dresses and made the clothes more comfortable. So that way, women could actually be comfortable in what they're wearing and move around. And Coco would wear suits to stand out at a time where women were only known to wear long dresses. And this brought a lot of attention to her, bringing more business to her as well. Take the little black dress. Back then, fashion was all about the over-the-top styles, but Coco showed up with something sleek, simple, and timeless. That's the kind of confidence she had. She didn't believe style or life had to be complicated to be impactful. Coco's mindset was rooted in practicality, elegance, and knowing her worth. Hope you guys are taking notes during this video because Coco Chanel is a great example of someone that has a very, very high self-concept. And with what I do as a coach that helps transform women and empower women, I love to use examples of women that have transformed and are successful, that have used this idea of self-concept, mindset shift, and having that confidence in themselves, because that is all it is. It's all about self-belief. This is what I go through in my mentorship program. But before we can go through the self-belief, we need to dismantle those core beliefs that are hindering you from reaching your fullest potential. Coco Chanel knew she was that girl, and the world will act accordingly. That's the thing. You have to know that you are that girl. You have to have confidence that, okay, this is what the world is missing, and they need me. They need me. I am what the world is missing. Women need this type of hats. Women need to have more comfortable clothing. I am what they need. You have to have that cockiness. Yes, I don't care what people say. I'm not here to tell, oh, yeah, no, don't be cocky. Don't be cocky. Just, no. You have to be cocky. You have to be absolutely cocky. I don't care if you're the most beautiful woman in the world and people make you feel bad for being cocky. Coco Chanel was a beautiful woman too. But what did she do? She did not hide. She used her beauty to get money from men to invest into her future. She used her beauty to be the face of fashion for women, to redefine fashion for women. When people were expecting her to stay in the background, she said no, and she decided to stand out. She did what a lot of you guys are afraid to do. So she created her self-concept. This is a woman that her parents passed away when she was very young. She was in an orphanage. She could have decided to be a victim of her circumstances. And I get some comments down below, Sapphire, you're victim blaming, Sapphire, it's PTSD. Do you guys not think that I went through things too? That is exactly why I'm here. At the end of the day, we're all victims in some shape or form. See, this is the thing. This is my problem. You guys think when people reach the heights that they never had to go through something. And I'm talking about Coco Chanel, but anyone. You think when people reach the heights, they never had to go through things. You think when people are very, very beautiful, they never had any traumatic experiences. The thing is, they did. But what they decided to do is they decided to pull themselves out from the darkness of the soul, and they decided to see where they wanted to be, and they walked towards it, and they didn't look back. Yes, it is painful. No one is victim blaming. Look, this is what I say to myself, guys. The first time you're a victim, the second time you're a volunteer. You need to create your self-concept, leave your victim self behind, leave what those people did to you behind, leave what the world did to you behind, and create the reality that you want to live in and adhere to it. Think of everyone that you look up to. Think of everyone that you want to be. Surely you have a desire. And if you don't have a desire, then your self-concept is down the drain. Your self-concept is in the toilet, and you need to work on that immediately. But think of anyone that you desire. Were they not a victim before? Everything comes from self-belief. That's it. It is your mind. It is hard because there's a lot of deprogramming you have to do. It's not just affirmations. You can say affirmations to yourself 24/7, but it's not going to come in to your mind. It's not going to work because of the subconscious mind. You need to dismantle the core beliefs in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind rules 95% of your mind. Your subconscious mind is never asleep. But guess what? The conscious mind right now, the mind you use to do your affirmations, only 5%. Only 5%. Once I learned how to tackle my core beliefs, once I learned how to do exercises to tackle those core beliefs in my subconscious mind, once I learned how to talk to the subconscious mind, that's when the confidence went up. That's when the opportunities roll in. That's when people started treating you better. That's when you get what you want from the universe. That's when you become unstoppable. Once you have your self-concept, you become irresistible. And Coco Chanel has plenty of quotes about this. Plenty of quotes about knowing yourself. Plenty of quotes about being authentically you. Transmutation of pain. One of Coco's biggest strengths was turning her pain into power. When she lost her partner, Boy Capel, in a tragic accident, it could have broken her. But instead, she poured her heartbreak into her work. She expanded her brand and created some of the designs that are so legendary today. Like the CC. This idea of transmuting pain isn't just about bouncing back. It's about using the pain as fuel. Coco once said, don't spend time beating on a wall, hoping to transform it into a door. Translation? Stop focusing on what's gone and start building something new. Now, if you guys watching this back, if you guys are new here, I talk a lot about alchemy, I talk a lot about transmutation, and to break it down to you simply, alchemy over here, we're not talking about the science, we're talking about turning lead into gold. We're talking about turning lemons into lemonade. We're talking about turning a negative charge into a positive frequency. That's what I mean by alchemy. That's what I mean by transmutation. It can go really deep, but this is just the surface level. It can be a negative thing happening to you and you looking at that from a positive thing that's working for your greater good. Kind of like you guys. You know, I'm sure there's things that could have broken you. I'm sure the betrayals from friendships, from family members, from partners could have broken you. Maybe it did break you at a point, but now you found yourself, or you're working on finding yourself again. Now, using alchemy, what if I told you that your power actually can lie in pain? That one of the best creations actually come from adversity. Let me give you a quick exercise. Look at your past. Look at the very traumatic things that happened in your past and tell me, how did you feel after? Tell me what came out of that. Did you have a new perspective? Did you have a new mindset shift? Did you create something? Did you make a lot of money? Well, that's if you decide to not be a victim. When you decide not to be a victim, God will bless you in ways that you cannot imagine. When you decide to use that pain into fuel, when you decide to use that pain into being better, when you decide to use that pain into being your highest self. Why I love transmutation and alchemy is it teaches you a level of stoicism. You kind of understand that, this is life. What are we going to do now? We cannot change the past. We can only change our present. We can tackle the present now. What can we learn from our past to make us better right now? When you have this mindset, you will become unstoppable. You will become resilient. In fact, the people that wanted to take you down before will be scared of you. Why? Because nothing is going to break you. You are a phoenix. You rise from whatever comes your way. You cannot be down for too long because you will always turn it into your favor. You turn what could have broken you into a testimony. Not a lot of people can say that. It is easier to be the victim. It is easier to be comfortable. It is easier to run away from fear. And here we do not run away from fear. When you work with me, it is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. You're going to see a lot of things that you don't like about yourself. Because everyone wants to move to the next level, but no one wants to look at themselves in the mirror. But let me tell you something. The person you're looking at in the mirror is literally stopping you from moving up to the next level. You're looking at the devil right in your face. The devil is right in front of you. But you can't even see it because you're so comfortable. There's a pattern. You need to end the pattern, or the cycle is going to keep continuing if you do not end the pattern, if you do not learn how to transmute things to be greater. If you're still in the same position for years, then there's a pattern. There's a pattern and you cannot see it. If you're still in the same position over and over again, you keep running through the same people, the same cycle, same betrayal, same thing, there is a problem there. There's a block there. There's a block somewhere that we have to tackle that block. Being the odd one out. Coco embraced being different. While everyone else was stuck in corsets, she said nope and created chic, comfortable designs. She cut her hair short, wore trousers, and lived her life her way. Was it bold? Absolutely. Did people criticize her? Of course. But her willingness to stand out is what made her unforgettable. Her story shows us that being different isn't something to hide. It's what makes you powerful. Lean into it. Own it. That's what Coco did. And it's why we're still here talking about her today, right? No, right? So many of you want to run away. You want to run away from being seen. You want to run away from what people have to say about you. You want to run away from the criticism. Lean into it. When I'm not getting hate, I'm not doing enough. When I'm not feeling fearful, I'm not doing enough. You need to lean into what people don't like you for. What people don't, if it's your beauty, if people don't like you, if people hate on you because you're beautiful, lean into that. Better look for modeling jobs. Look for modeling jobs. Go online. Post. Get on YouTube. People don't like your personality. You're too loud. Oh, better be looking for a presenter job. Better get on that podcast. Oh, you're too nice. You're too empathetic. Okay, why don't you be a therapist? Why don't you be a therapist? Okay, lean into it. Own into it. Do what Coco did. Tapping into masculine energy. Coco also knew how to balance her energy. She tapped into her masculine energy, the energy of action, assertiveness, and getting stuff done. This doesn't mean she wasn't feminine. It means she knew when to step up and when to take charge. For example, she fought hard to maintain control of her brand, even when working with powerful business partners. That's the kind of boldness we all need sometimes. Balancing masculine and feminine energy isn't about picking one over the other. It's about using both to thrive. This is another reason why I had to use Coco Chanel as a case study, because tapping into masculine energy is something that I personally use on my journey. I feel like naturally, me being a Gemini and a Capricorn moon, Leo rising, I kind of tap into those masculine and feminine energy naturally, but I do find myself tapping more into my masculine energy when I need to get stuff done, when I need to be more assertive. And those times where I felt powerless, those times where I felt weak, where I felt like the world was on me, where I felt like the victim, why me, I noticed that I was deep in my feminine energy. I was not balancing my masculine energy at all. And I don't care what anyone says, we are here to balance both. We really are. We are here to balance both, and that's how you're meant to be a divine. Think about yin and yang. Let me tell you something. Most women are not successful because they don't know how to tap into their masculine energy. Most women feel disempowered because they don't know how to tap into their masculine energy. Most women can't say no. They can't speak for themselves. They can't even stand up to their mothers. A lot of women can't even stand up to their mothers. They can't even stand up for themselves. They can't even stand up to their friends. A lot of women cannot stand up to their friends. When you work with me, I'm going to teach you how to unleash that masculine energy. And no, you're not going to start acting like a man, but you're going to know how to stand up for yourself. Think about a man. Okay, they're very audacious and they know how to check people. A man that is, in his masculine energy knows how to check people, knows how to stand up for himself, knows how to get stuff done, knows how to be assertive. So a lot of women don't know how to tap into this energy, and when they tap into it, it's just too much. And I get it, because in movies, in TV shows, in the media, they make women either really feminine or she's like really, really masculine, only wears suits and is always angry. But no, you're meant to really balance too. A good example of this is Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is a wonderful example of someone that knows how to tap into her masculine energy. That brings me to the word bitch. Is she a bitch, or does she just know how to balance her masculine and feminine energy? That's tea. Is she a bitch, or does she just know how to balance her masculine and feminine energy? Because I've noticed when I'm a bitch, it's when I'm more balanced in my masculine energy, when I'm not a pushover, See, that's the thing. A lot of people are pushovers. A lot of people are doormats. And when they see that you're not a doormat like them, they will call you masculine. They will call you a bitch. No, no. I love myself. I love myself. I know how to stand up for myself. I know how to be assertive. If that comes across masculine, then so well. So well if that comes across masculine. But if you're rude to me, I don't need to laugh. No is no. Same thing with man. If a man makes me uncomfortable, I'm not smiling in his face. I'm not trying to, no, you're making me uncomfortable. In fact, I'm just going to walk away. You're never going to hear from me again, period. Bye. You need to have that attitude in your life. When friends are moving weird towards you, cut them off. Cut them off. You don't even need to give them an explanation. Just do what men do. Ghost. A man will ghost you like that. Ghost them. Why do they owe an explanation when they did you dirty? You need to love yourself more than being a pushover, including yourself. Let's talk about it. Including yourself. A lot of you guys are being doormats and being pushovers to your old self. Every little thing your weaker self, your lower self wants, you give. You don't stand up for yourself. You don't. Your highest self wants you to be better, but you want to be such a pushover to your lower self. The part that wants to make you comfortable, the part that doesn't want to make you step out of fear. But honestly, that I'm gonna have to save for mentorship program. I'm not gonna go deeper into that. That's just too deep. So that comes up to the end of the video, guys. So what can we learn from Coco Chanel? Her life is proof that your start doesn't define your finish. She turned pain into purpose, embraced her uniqueness, and built a legacy that's still inspiring us. Here's the takeaway. Be resilient, redefine yourself when you need to. Don't be afraid to stand out or take control. Coco's lessons aren't just for fashion, but they're for life. So that's it for the video, guys. Coco Chanel teaches us how to redefine ourselves, how to change our story, how to turn our pain into power. Coco Chanel teaches you how to win even when all the odds says that you're meant to lose. You decide that you're a winner. You decide that you can win. If I told you guys how many times I felt like giving up, how many times that, yes, I was the victim in my past, but I decided to change my reality. See, the fun thing about life is we actually get to decide our story even after bad things happen to us. Whatever it is that you feel you need to do to be your highest self, then do that. I now know my purpose because of my pain. Like, that is amazing. I know what my purpose is. I'm living my purpose and I'm living my truth because of my pain. If it wasn't for the adversity that I went through, I would not be living my purpose now. It wasn't easy. I had to do a lot of work. I've really had to kill my old self. When you work with me, you will really see the most ugliest side of yourself, ugliest side of other people as well, but mostly you. But then you're also gonna come out of it like a cocoon, like a caterpillar coming out the cocoon, turning into the butterfly. You're gonna transform. That's what we want. But it's not gonna be easy because you're gonna be always stepping outside of the comfort zone. And if you need further assistance, the link will be below for my mentorship program where we can connect one-on-one to help develop you into your best self. Don't forget to grab my book, How to Be a Bitch, 50 Laws for Mastering Power, the ebook version and the paperback version. All the links will be down below. And please comment down below your favorite part of the video, what you took from Coco Chanel. Don't forget to like the video to push it out there. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free. Join the community. See you in the next video. Take care. Stay blessed. Love you. Bye.